I appreciate you being here. Just to clarify for the American people, what we're dealing with is an executive order from the President, which has resulted in rules being written and mandated through government projects, major government projects that impact every state, and have forced contractors to submit bids with union workforce as their primary workforce. In many states, don't have that workforce infrastructure, including the state of Louisiana that I represent. So, according to the January 2024 Bureau of Labor Statistics, only about 10% of the workforce is unionized. So it's quite an unrighteous move by the executive of our country, the President of the United States, to issue an executive order saying 90% of the workforce of American people doesn't qualify for these government bids. It's quite unrighteous. 24 sovereign states have right-to-work laws, including Louisiana. We offer fair and open competition for all companies, including union labor, to bid on contracts. But it shouldn't be mandated either way. I'm quite sure that my colleagues that represent union districts, which I respect, I don't have a problem with that. I don't oppose unions. I support freedom. I don't oppose our president. I oppose oppressive actions out of our executive branch. And I'm quite certain that my colleagues that represent union districts would have an issue with the president reversing an order saying you cannot allow union workforce to bid on these projects. Mr. Ledet, congratulations. We've arrived at the point where someone can pronounce your name. Mr. Ledet, would this violate Louisiana law in your assessment and disadvantage Louisiana-owned and operated non-union companies that you've historically partnered with to rebuild the Louisiana coast and protect Louisiana communities from flooding?
Thank you, Congressman. As you indicated, we think it violates the spirit of the law. As you said, we have a right-to-work state. Only 3% of the Louisiana workforce is union labor. The other 97% is non-union labor. And so this mandate discourages them from being able to work on these major infrastructure projects to protect our citizens.
In your experience, Mr. Ledet, again, to clarify for Americans witnessing this hearing, is there any law in Louisiana that denies unionization?
No, there's not.
Thank you very much. So our free citizens, by a ratio of 97%, choose to work for companies that are not involved with union labor. They have the right to unionize. We certainly wouldn't stop that. Go ahead. That's called freedom. Once again, we don't oppose unions. We support freedom. We oppose oppression of rights and individual liberties. What would you, Mr. Ledet, again, what would be the real-world implications of this rule on CPRA and the Army Corps projects in South Louisiana? Would you address that, please? Bring it home.
Yes.
In my remaining minute here.
Yeah.
What's the real-world impact of projects that we have ongoing in Louisiana with CPRA through the Corps of Engineers for coastal reconstruction and flood mitigation?
Yeah, as a great example, if we're talking about cost increases, we have the $3.7 billion ongoing West Shore Lake Pontchartrain project. That could result in cost increases of anywhere from $400 to $700 million if those statistics are correct. And then the state of Louisiana has to pay 35% of that cost share.
Could you even bid it out? I mean, can you get a workforce? Is there a Louisiana workforce, a contractor that could even effectively respond to that bid, the contractors that you've historically successfully done business with?
Yeah, there's uncertainty there. The first project that we've encountered, which after this mandate has been put in place, is we only received one bid.
One bid. Well, gentlemen, And Mr. Snyder, this includes you, good sir. I thank you for being here. I respect your representation. We just disagree in principle on government mandates that oppress the freedoms of Americans' right to work. So I do appreciate you being here. We have some questions to submit to you in writing, good sir, and the other panelists as well. Madam Speaker, Madam Chair, I apologize. Thank you for holding this hearing. It's very important.
I spoke Louisiana good today. I said Lede. I did a good job. I got it. I think I got mostly right. I'd like to recognize Ms.